Okay, all right, y'all. Welcome to the A Bobby Buck promo show where we're going to be discussing the 3E's. We're going to be talking about the entertainment, the economics, and the education. And we're trying to see which ones that people favor the most or which one are people most passionate about. And tonight or today on this podcast show, we got Reverend Frederick Shaw. And he's going to speak to us about his own views on all three of these. So hello, Reverend Shaw. How you doing today?
I'm doing fine, my brother, and I just appreciate the work that you do and the topics you discuss. As you know, I'm representing the Citizens Commission on Human Rights. It is a watchdog organization that exposes psychiatric abuses. And one of the things that when you talk about the economics, when you talk about the entertainment and those sort of things, we're looking at systems that are based and rooted in the systemic racism that we see here in this country. And that racism goes back to the medical model that was caused by psychiatry from Dr. Benjamin Rush on up to Dr. David Grossman, who teaches killology today. So these systems are all influenced by that.
Man, I already knew you was going to get down with it today.
You know, I try to bring the truth. See,
yeah,
I'm not one of those brothers that come to the table rehashing all of the old stuff, trying to be intelligent looking, talking about things that most African Americans or Blacks should know about. I come to pull the string on what is behind it.
Okay.
What allows it to exist. You know, treating the wound doesn't necessarily handle maybe the disease that caused the wound, but if we handle the disease, then, you know, we can make sure that our body is more healthy.
Right. Yeah, because I know I was speaking with several people about the 3E's and people say they really go hand in hand. And like, you know, like with entertainment, like I try to explain to people that if you're making money with your craft, it's really a hobby. And, you know, and a lot of them want to claim to be independent, but you can't be independent if you're not funding yourself. So that's why I tell people I'm working on something called out the box economics, because if you're not really making money, you need to find another avenue to help make money to fund your project or your craft or your future career.
Well, and that's very important, and everybody should be thinking like that. At one time in America, all we wanted to do was go to school so we could get a good job. Yeah. That day, we have to think out of the box, think like you're thinking, and we got to look at entrepreneurship. We got to look at how we change the economy to our advantage. And that is thinking of, you know, how we get out of this box and who can help us get out of this box and what benefit it is to the person who may have the funding to help me get out of the box. One of the things we want to do is use other people to fulfill our dream. Well, if we have a dream and it's big enough, then LeBron James should be able to make money helping me get my dream. He's not supposed to just fund my dream for me. I'm not one of his children. So therefore, you know, but I can say, brother, we could set these up nationwide and you stand to make $30 million over the next 10 years, or you stand to make $30 million a year for the next 10 years. Now I have his attention. That's the way we have to think.
Yeah, you know, I was talking with a lady several years ago. She's an educator back in Arkansas, and she said it was some gentleman. You know, she's a white lady, and she was educating with some black young kids or whatever, and they came from another country. And this when she said it stuck with me. Even back then, I was kind of out of my own mind, but certainly stuck with me. She said they come over here, and she said it's amazing how different mindsets are. She said they chose to come to America to use the entertainment to make money to go to college. They say they come here, they see people drop out of college to be broke to chase the entertainment. And so they had a different outlook on it. They didn't come here. They said, I'm going to use the entertainment to fund my college. Instead of dropping out of college, lose money to chase the entertainment. I went, so that's kind of like stayed with me when I came out here, you know, first, oh, I'm in LA, Hollywood. I said, wait a minute. Because I see how the entertainment can pimp people's emotions to trick their mind.
Absolutely, absolutely. There's a statement, and this is what we have to start believing. This came from a guy who, when I was in my teens, and I'm 65 now, so we're talking 50 years ago.
Okay.
And he said to me, he said, in everything you do, know that the words I'm speaking now to you is true. He said, the strong take from the weak, but the smart take from everybody. And so we have to start being smart. We always want to be strong. We always want to mad dog somebody. We always want to show we got power physically. But it's the smart that takes from everybody. And with the stroke of a pen, an attorney can take a celebrity's whole fortune.
Yep.
So when you, and I like the way you say that, we might have to start something with that name, or you already might have it, but out of the box. That is very important, brother. And before, let me talk a little bit about some out of the box. First of all, I'm gonna get out of the box and tell you happy birthday today. And I'm gonna tell you, you and your sister Nichelle, y'all been kicking butt, taking name, helping the community, involved in all types of things. And people like me, who people call a hero, look at y'all as being the hero, because when I needed a voice, you and Nichelle always let me tell the truth on these psychiatric drugs. You didn't try to water me down. You didn't try to shut me down. So I just want to thank you and her, and make sure that the world knows, that Reverend Shaw knows, that there's some power in the community that most folks ain't looked at or accepted yet.
Right. Well, I thank you. I know she thanks you also. Yes, we appreciate it. Yes. And me and her, because like I told people, I think we've been rolling together for about 2 years. And then I think last year we figured out we was born in the same month, in the same year, 2 days apart.
Well, happy birthday to both of you. You deserve it. And I pray to God with all the strength I have in the spiritual world that you guys have many, 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 many more birthdays.
All right, now thank you. I'm pushing forward with that too. Yes.
So getting back to the out of the box thing, I think the way we're taught, the way we think, it doesn't matter if it's mental health, the virus, or anything else. We must develop the skills, the understanding, and the ability not to be just followers in this game. We got to think for ourselves. You know, if I die because the doctor gave me the wrong medicine, that's hard for me to take. But if I made decisions based on my ability, listening to the doctor, doing my own research, and I make a decision and die, then I can live with that. I decided 99% of my decisions may be wrong, but what I can live with is that they're my decisions.
Right.
So, you know, this is the way that we have to think. We got to teach our children not to be afraid to take economic risk. We got to remove that old do it my way and let these kids blossom and bloom and do the thing that they want to do. Because I learned way back, many people consider that I'm smart. I have a decent IQ and everything. But I got a son that that boy can see things that I couldn't even look at. And I can see how he can adjust a lot of my viewpoint because he's thinking out of the box.
Right.
So I'm glad you used that term. That's a very important, people say it, but we need to make it a concept that is real to us.
Yes. Yes. And that's why I've been thinking about it for so long. And like I said, we talked with Dr. Shima today a little bit. That's why I said I want to get her to help so we can all, you too. I mean, we all just come together as a unity to help push things out because also what I have going along with that is the positive action movement. And like I said, the acronym is acquiring causes to intertwine our nation. So like I said, I just want to be a nucleus to bring everybody to one location and we can all work it out. Because I tell people, we have to all become one body in order to come together to help several bodies.
And I agree with you on that. There's a motorcycle in the background. If that's really, hold on, just 1 second.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, it's saying, okay, he's, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'm in my office and every now and then there's a motorcycle that pulls up here and I guess he's trying to get my attention. I don't know. But anyway, I apologize. What were you saying?
Okay, I was saying how we all have to, people come together in unity to create and build one body in order to help several bodies.
Absolutely. And if you look at the smart people, see, you can be the greatest boxer in the world. You can be like Muhammad Ali, but your team have to be good trainers. They got to know how to handle you. They got to know how to fix cuts if you get it. They got to know how to give you strategies if a particular thing is hurting you and you can't quite figure it out. They're supposed to be looking and saying, okay, slide to your right when you do this, a step back, slide to your right and throw. These are the things. Everybody needs a team. Even a golfer needs a caddy. Everybody needs a team. And then you need people working with you physically and stuff when you get away from the golf course. So this idea that we do it all about us, Jesus Christ walked with a team. He had 12 people that we know and other disciples. He had a team. Yeah. One was treasure, one was like a bodyguard. If we can't see this and we get this idea because that person gets the fame, and you don't see that LeBron James ain't winning no championship if he don't have Anthony Davis and some other people,
yep,
then we missing the boat.
Yep.
We missing the boat. So we have to say we have to be looking at who fits my team, who can I trust, who won't backstab me. And you put those people on your team, and then your team start handling things.
Yes, yes.
So that's part of the thing with the National Task Force on Eugenics-Based Racism. Is I'm forming a team nationwide because your role might just be to film everything.
Right.
Somebody else's role, everybody will have to have the same role.
Right.
You know, got wide receivers, quarterbacks, linemen. In chess games, you got the pawns and bishops and the rooks and the knights and stuff. Everybody will have to have the same role.
Right.
So, and we should not make someone feel less if they're not in a more exposed or powerful role, because if you remove that individual, you may not be able to accomplish your goal.
Yep, and that's going to be another show or topic I'm going to do probably a little bit later on, is talking about the different mindsets.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I also want to tell people that, and I know I might be going off the topic, but on Wednesdays, you have a show with panelists that discuss all types of issues, and people should turn into that. I've been lucky enough to be on several of those podcasts, and it's intelligent brothers speaking from the heart. And even when we don't agree, we still all doing it out of love. And people should turn in and see how we can agree to disagree, care about each other, hold our positions and our points, but not at the same time trying to put another brother down. Right on.
And we're talking about, everybody, it's a New Day podcast show, and it's Manuel Capito, aka OG Man, you know, and he's one of the main people in Skid Row that kind of took me up on his wing, and he's a former Black Panther. He's robbed banks for a living, and you know, he said he went through the Nation of Islam, Black Panthers, and all that stuff. But he said when he went through his own ordeals, it's when the spirituality touched him in Skid Row, and that's the same place that got me in Skid Row. It touched me, and you know, and Skid Row is a special place, no matter what people think or what people say. And it wasn't for Skid Row, I wouldn't be where I am. Because really, when I was homeless, I did the most networking because I ain't have nowhere else to go. So I got up and got out and networked, met so many people.
And I want to just state that I admire people who can fight from a condition that I never would want to get into. I'd never want to enter Skid Row as an inhabitant. And then I see people like you and OG Man and all of them come out of there and do creative things and contribute to society. That is a testament to the will and the spirituality that you possess and they possess. And God bless you in everything you do, because you was willing to get off the mat because you're champions. And the ground is no place for a champion. So you guys got up and you got out of there, and you know, so I thank God for you and OG.
Yes, and I thank God for you and the whole crew and everybody who's about to come and be a part of what we're setting up to do, because it's all get ready to happen, y'all. And right now, this is just a little taste of what's coming. And like I say, we got some things cooking up, and by the end of the year, y'all gonna have some major things happening. And oh yeah, we go ahead and let them know about what's coming up on August 16th.
18th. It's a Tuesday, August 18th.
Okay.
Yeah, and what we're doing is a criminal justice webinar, and we got community leaders. This is the first in a long line, a series of webinars we're going to do until COVID is lifted, and we may even continue them there, because what we're all learning about this time is the fact that you can reach out to more people doing the webinars and programs like this than you can sitting in a room. So we're going to be doing these webinars. Brother Buck, I'm moving for every webinar. You be the one that hosts and do it, and we can continue to do that. I need you to join my branch so nobody can scream about it. But we're going to make sure you straight and do that. So yeah, we're going to be doing a mental health one in November. We're doing a legal criminal, how criminals go to jail because they don't have good lawyers. All of these things, because everybody in jail isn't a criminal. You and I know that.
Right.
So we're going to be addressing those forms. And I would just like to say, I kind of got that idea from you, doing the panels that you're doing. Yeah. And I'm saying, I'm NAACP. Why not do this same type of thing? Because all of us should be working together to bring information to our community.
Yeah, yeah.
It's one of the reasons I also wanted you to shoot them, because then you know how to post them. You know how to do all of that stuff. Yeah. And that's very important to get the message out, because how do our people learn if there's no one to tell them?
And that's one of the main things of wanting to do all of this mainly was just to get the word out, because something happened to any of us, but as long as we leave something behind. Like I tell people, what we're doing, it may be a child or baby that's not even born yet, that one day might go online to see the stuff that we done left behind. And like Tupac said, it'll be the flame to strike, be the match to strike a flame in somebody's mind to do something, you know. So that's why I think it's very important to leave the message.
Well, when we look at society, I don't know how much time we got, but we look at, we see the great ones. You know, Muhammad Ali, somebody stole his bicycle, and he goes down, he gonna whoop somebody. He's talking to the policeman. The policeman, he doesn't say this is a bad kid or this is a black kid. He say, well, if you're gonna whoop whoever took your bike, you need to come on down here in the gym and learn how to fight. We end up with the great Muhammad Ali. Michael Jordan gets cut from his high school team, and that fuels the energy that make him turn out to be one of the greatest of all time. So everything that happens to you is not a curse. Sometimes you have to ask yourself, what you thought was a curse, was it an actual blessing? What caused you to rise up off of Skid Row? That's like being born again.
Yes. Yes. And that's sure what I feel. That's what I tell people. When I first went there, I thought it was the end of my life, but it was a new beginning. And
now you got friends like me and Michelle and all of these people out here that and care for you and wish you happy birthday and do all of that stuff. When you, at one time, you were the stone that the builders rejected. Now they building the whole house on you spiritually.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you on that. Yes, yes. And I sure am glad that I took the risk to come out here and and went through I went through and I wouldn't change it for nothing. And I would say and ended on a great note. And that's why I said I got educated out here. Literally on these streets, and then I got to meet all these great peeps. So I'm very happy and very pleased that everything worked in my favor, and I know how I came here too. So
God bless you, brother. God bless
you. God bless you, and thank you for coming to the show, and thank everybody for watching and listening. And this just one little bit of what we're getting ready to roll out with the 3E's. We'll have more things in store, and just get ready because it's coming. So. To the end, it's a last dialogue with the 3E's, and we're out. Peace.